Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time viewing the channel, please do like and subscribe. I've been busy the last couple of days. I interviewed Chris Sutton last Thursday in Paisley in the Abbey, and a massive thanks to the event organisers, Carlin and We Love Sport, for the privilege to sit down with him and discuss his career as well. It was a nerve-wracking one because it was my first interview, obviously chatting away to a former Celtic player. I've done a couple like virtual, but big step in stone. And then Saturday I was at the Celtic and Wolves game, so the content has been scarce because I've been so busy. Have the kids over from Dublin as well, so unfortunately I'm not going to make the game tonight for James Forrest testimonial against Athletic Bilbao, and I wish him the very best. I want to talk about his career on the channel. I want to talk about some people underrate him. Some people don't even label him as a Celtic legend, even though he's an Invincible. He's won 5 trebles. He's won 22 trophies for the club. He's scored over 100 goals and over 460 appearances for the club. And some Celtic fans had the cheek to say he's not a legend. Then what is a legend in modern day football? Like, please elaborate to me in the comments what a legend is, because this guy has scored some really crucial goals. League Cup finals for us, scored in Champions League playoff rounds against the likes of Shakhtar Katagande, scored in derby games. I think some fans are very short-lived, short memory, like they don't realise this. Scoring for Celtic in a Scottish Cup quarter final when Neil Lennon only took over against Hibs, an absolute cracker. Like Jamesy, yes, he's been hit with injuries over the last 2 to 3 seasons. Still a legend. Still a legend. You don't represent a club like a Celtic, an institution of Celtic, for over 460 times and get a testimonial. So that just shows character. You know, at the end of the day, he's worked under Ronnie, he's worked under Brendan, he's worked under the likes of Ange, and he's worked under Lenny. And his best football was under Brendan. There's no question about it. Even his early days, his career, obviously he made his debut back in 2010 against Motherwell when he replaced Aidan McGeady, and he scored that day. And he scored a couple of hat-tricks in there for Celtic as well, home and away. I remember he scoring 4 goals against St Johnstone as well in the 2018-19 season. So, as I said, a lot of short memory with some fans. I know it's going to be a busy night tonight, and I think a lot of people will pay respects and pay tributes to James for what he's done as a footballer. You know, a one-man club. Obviously, him and Callum McGregor have a great relationships coming through the Celtic Youth Academy, winning obviously multiple cups as well with the youth system and representing the club. And he's also done it for Scotland as well. People forget he has represented Scotland multiple times. And Scott Brown is a massive thanks as well to this. Scott Brown was his captain during majority of his career at Celtic, and he was the man that obviously motivated him to stay fit, to play games, you know, keep the head up even when times are dark. And it can happen in football, but a legend for me, definitely a legend for me. And you know, people might say to me, would he go down as one of your top 5 players of all time? With my years of growing up with Celtic, yes, he would, because what has he accomplished? Everything you can imagine, like trebles, European, playing Champions League football, playing for Scotland, you know, even in the Euros as well. Like he's accomplished everything. What else? What could you argue and say he's not a legend? Like, I just think some Celtic fans need to get off the high horse and realise when he is gone, you will look at his legacy and say, my God, he was a really good player. To stay in a team from the likes of 2010 up to now, and we're 13 years later still talking about James Forrest being a part of the first team, that just shows character in itself. And I hope he gets a really fantastic, you know, occasion tonight. I'm not going to say send off, because obviously he's still a couple of years left in his contract, but a really good tribute to him because he deserves it. You know, he has never been in trouble with the club. You know, he's not all over the media. He's a quiet person, doesn't have social media, so keeps things to himself, goes in there, puts his very best in, as John Kennedy said yesterday. And to see that from a player, to be consistent and showing he's still a part of the first team and winning titles, cracking, absolutely cracking. So do comment below your favourite James Forrest moment, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.